What is going on, everybody? We are back with another CCW review. I am Nick.
And I am Joe.
Let's
And make sure you like and subscribe.
do all those things. We're here to talk about Monday Night Raw on February 9th, 2026. A show that did a lot, but also did very little. That'll make more sense later.
And that is very true.
We find out at the beginning of the show, which, by the way, they lied to us.
Then no card subject to change.
So we found out that Braun Breaker had hernia surgery, and they played it off like it was a training injury, and it was actually from flipping the table last week.
Which is a weird situation.
Or at least that's what I'd heard. It was from flipping the table. Regardless, this man is out for a while. Now, they also tried to play it up like, oh, it's a career-ending injury for some, and I'm like, a lot of people get sports hernias.
That was Heyman bullshitting.
Right. Sports hernias happen all the time. Like,
Yep.
He'll be fine. He'll be back in 6 to 8 months, if not sooner.
Oh, I read a thing earlier saying it was a minor thing and they thought he would be back by Mania.
Oh, hey, you know what? If he's back by Mania, even better. Maybe he's the man dressed in black and he attacked himself in the Rumble. Who knows? All I know...
Yeah, I don't know who it is anymore.
I don't either, because everyone we thought it was all out there at the same time, and I'm like, well, fuck, there goes every single guess.
Except for...
Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth Rollins and the other Paul brother.
That's true. That's true. Ooh, maybe it was Bad Bunny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would. That's who I'm rooting for now. That's who I hope it is.
Grammy Award winner Bad Bunny.
Hey, he's wrestled, and there's rumors
and did a pretty good job.
There's been pretty loud rumors that they're building up towards Paul versus Bad Bunny at Mania. Listen, it's a bathroom break for you. It's okay.
That's true.
You can take a shit during it because it'll be a 20-minute match.
Well, every match in WrestleMania is a 20-minute match. That's why they put it on 2 nights.
We start off the show with an in-ring segment. Also, by the way, thank you, Corey Greaves, for being what I hope is a permanent Monday night person.
Yes. Keep Barrett on SmackDown where we don't have to see him. Another thing, keep him off of pay-per-views. What is wrong with you?
Right. Not Greaves. Keep Wade Barrett off of pay-per-views.
No, yeah, Barrett. We like Greaves.
In-ring segment, Becky Lynch comes out, and she's not happy about AJ Lee being here. And then AJ Lee comes out. Because her name was said. You know how that works.
Right.
She said she's not to, she's like, Becky, I'm here to support Maxine. I don't know what you're so worried about. and Becky's like, you're ruining my life. And AJ's like, that's a bit dramatic. Becky's losing her mind, and she asks if talks herself into a match at Elimination Chamber with AJ. And AJ's like,
good.
I don't want the match unless it's going to be for a title. And Becky's like, no. And AJ's like, well, then no match. And Becky's like, fine, you can have the title match at Elimination.
She totally baited her.
It was a fun moment. The only problem I had were there were some like Becky losing it moments that kind of drug out a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like
I can see that.
She laughed for like 20 seconds straight, and I'm like, fucking say something.
Yeah.
But it was a good segment. It was a good way to open the show.
That it was. Both ladies performed really well.
Match 1. The WWE World Tag Team Championship match, the Usos versus Alpha Academy, was actually a pretty decent match.
It was.
Obviously, we all knew the Usos were going to win. There was never any doubt in our mind, but it at least keeps them defending their title, right?
Yeah, it keeps them on the thing. The only thing I didn't like about this was the post-match.
Oh, we'll get it. So, Alpha Academy was running things most of the match. My favorite moment of the entire match is when Tozawa runs it back, and when I mean runs it back, he's doing the thing where he dives out to people, and then he gets in the ring, and he does the whole run it back thing that Jay usually does, so then he does it again to both of them.
This is YouTube. I can't say that. It's unalive dives.
Right. I was like, those are the best. Those are the best. That's the only way to run it back that I accept.
It was funny. Tozawa was really good in this. Everybody was really good.
Yeah, they did pretty well. Except for there was one moment where Otis is going to do the worm and Jay tries to super kick him while he's doing the worm and
Yeah, and he
completely
missed him.
misses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Otis still had to sell like he took the hit. And I'm like, come on, dude. You should have.
He did. So Corey Graves on commentary did a lot for me letting that slide because he said he slid. He acknowledged that he missed the kick, and then he said he slid in instead and hit him with the knee. And I was like, good cover. Good cover.
You're wrong, but good cover.
Hey, they are trying, okay?
Otherwise, they hit the 1D for the win. Boo, but it's expected.
Yeah.
I only say boo because I love Otis to death. I want this man to be successful in some way, shape, or form. And I feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad that he's
yeah.
constantly stuck in a comedy act. I actually like. So Sean Ross Sapp said they should let the two of them go down to NXT and let them be a heel tag team down there. And I actually don't
over.
mind that idea.
They're too over.
Yeah, they are, but they can find a way to not make them over as faces.
Yeah, they have to beat some other beloved person up.
And the good news is down in NXT, we don't have to care. So I'm just saying.
Or see it.
I just want something more for them. More specifically, Otis. I'm not a Tozawa fan. I don't dislike Tozawa, but I am an Otis fan. And I just want more for him.
Tozawa can wrestle his ass off.
Yeah, he can. But he's treated like a joke because he's small and
Japanese. They don't know how to book Japanese wrestlers.
Nope. Every single Japanese wrestler that's male that comes through is basically Kaientai.
And man, I almost said indeed.
I would have. Come on. If I'm laying him up, knock him out the park.
I was gonna say it casually though. Like, yeah, indeed, because I say indeed a lot.
I say indeed like the Kaientai indeed so much because of how long I listen to it. It isn't ever like any time. Like there's been times I've done it to Kat. She'll say something and I'll be like, indeed, and she has no fucking clue. But that's okay. It makes me giggle.
And that's all that matters.
Post match, Byron Saxton gets in the ring for his weird moment of showing up on TV. And not during a commercial break for the England folks.
Right.
He basically asks them what's next, and Jimmy's like, "Hey, we're gonna stay the best tag team ever, but I need Jay to qualify for the Elimination Chamber and win and go on to be main event Jay Uso again." I'm like, "Please no."
I was like, "Boo this man."
I listen. I disagree with Jimmy. I don't want to see Jay Uso in the main event ever again.
Adamantly disagree.
In ring segment afterwards, Liv Morgan comes out with Dom. He gives her flowers for Valentine's Day, which was funny because he shut her up because she was getting ready to talk. He's like, "Hold on," and she looked at him like he was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He goes and gets her flowers, and then she's like, "Oh, thank you. You know, the men out here can learn a lesson." And she's like, "I'm the greatest Royal Rumble winner of all time, and everyone's afraid of who I'm gonna pick." And then Stephanie Vaquer comes out and tells Liv that she talks too much, which we are absolutely going to see at some point in a Botchamania video. It's gonna happen because they always start off with "you talk too much" for a whole segment, and they always start off with a wrestler or somebody saying it, and they just gave them a segment. However, she then says something in Spanish. Liv then asks Dom what she said, and Dom's like, "I shouldn't tell you." And then he starts running her down in Spanish. And then Liv's like, "What did you say to her?" And Steph says, "Don't worry about it. All he said was he's a bitch." And Liv, at that point, started to call Steph ugly, which I thought was stupid. Come on now.
It was juvenile.
Liv said that she isn't going to rush her pick for anyone, and then called Stephanie Vaquer a bitch, at which point Stephanie slapped the shit out of Dom. Poor guy.
It was a terrible slap, too.
Yeah, it was. But the worst part of this whole thing was Liv trying to, do the old school playground insults like she's fucking 12. And I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, Liv has lost a lot since her departure from injury and her return. It's almost like I'm watching a completely different character,
Yep.
or what probably is happening. I just remember history differently.
Um, eh, she seems way more juvenile than she used to.
Okay.
It's not a you thing, because I enjoy Liv.
I did too,
On the
her first
whole,
go round. Yeah.
but whatever. Like honestly, we just
Whatever writer is writing her material down,
yeah
it ain't working.
no. Like when she does interviews, like she did an interview with I believe it was Steph or somebody not long ago. She's
Yeah, she's an insightful young
very
lady.
calm, down to earth,
Yeah.
able to hold intelligent conversations,
And that's the problem. She's a heel right now.
and
So
it
they have
just
to make her unlikable.
yeah. But there's ways. Again, there's ways to do it without making them seem like kids, right?
Oh, I agree.
But anyways, um, the best part of all of that was Stephanie being like, "Oh no, he called himself a bitch," which was fantastic. Elimination Chamber qualifying match: Lyra Valkyria. This is match 2, by the way. Lyra Valkyria versus Rhea Ripley versus Ivy Nile. And not one moment did I ever have any doubt on who was winning this match.
No,
And
and this
that's
was
part
an
of the problem.
awful fucking. It was an awful match.
They
Just awful.
they should have never booked 3. Like I do not like, and I never will like when you're like, yeah, we're gonna hold us an Elimination Chamber match, Elimination Chamber qualification match, and then it's of the 3 people, only one of them has any business in being in the main event scene. Like I hate that setup because it immediately takes me out of it in ways that's like
Yep.
I don't want to see this because I know who's going to win. There's no point in
Yeah,
watching this.
you just immediately brush it off like, well, I know where this is going.
And then on top of it, it wasn't even an enjoyable destination or trip to get to the destination.
No, it was very rough.
So to start off, immediately during the entrances, we go to commercial break. And then they come back from commercial break. They ring the bell. It takes them about 2.5 minutes to get to the outside of the ring to start wrestling. And they go right back to commercial break. And I'm like, we've only been here for 3 minutes. What the fuck are we doing? We come back from commercial break. And then the women just start getting sloppy. You got
Yeah.
Rhea tries to pick Valkyria up on her shoulders, doesn't get her. So then Valkyria, they have to do the spot where they run over to the turnbuckle so Valkyria can jump off the turnbuckle and land on her shoulders.
Yeah.
At which point, Rhea starts to back up, and Ivy's supposed to hit what many think is the bulldog, except
Yeah, the Steiner Bulldog.
Rhea drops drops Lyra, Valkyria, and causes
Like 2 seconds early.
Ivy to completely miss, and then Ivy almost German suplexes Rhea on top of Lyra's head.
Bane, chill out, buddy.
Like she was like less than a foot away from Lyra's head with that German suplex, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, ladies?
Yep, it was rough. It was rough. It was the stinker of the night, and that sucks because Rhea was in it.
Rhea hits the Riptide on Lyra for the win, which was the only cool spot because it was in the middle of.
Oh, dude, I thought they were gonna replicate the Ciampa.
I feel like they kind of were, but they went ahead and
she did her finish afterwards. Yeah,
because I was just like, I feel like I've seen this recently. Yeah. So Rhea wins, and I don't care because we still got 4 more of these to figure out who all's in this match. But yeah, so far it's Rhea and Tiffy in the women's. Backstage, Dom basically tries to cheer Finn Balor up, and Finn's like, "Dude, I'm tired of being an."
He tries to cheer him up by insulting him.
Yeah, he's like, "Here soon, we're gonna have JD back in, and you guys can go for the tag titles." And he's like, "Tag titles? No, I don't want the tag titles. I want the world championship." It's like I'm better than tag titles at this point.
Yep.
And And he's like, I'm tired of people seeing me as an afterthought. He's like, I'm going for the world
You
title.
shouldn't have got with the Judgment Day then, brother.
Well, I think he's the next one on his way out, if I'm being fair.
Thank goodness.
Speaking of which, we get an in-ring segment. Cole comes out, starts to talk about Punk versus Reigns, but Balor slides in from the fucking crowd. And again, he's like, I'm tired of being an afterthought. I'm done being pushed around. I want Punk. I want the world title, and I want an Elimination Chamber. Pierce comes out, and he's like, no, we're not doing this. You had your shot. You missed it. You missed that boat. And then he's like, just like I missed the boat with the Royal Rumble. He's like, yeah. Which it almost feels like Finn's legit getting shit on here. Because they don't have him set up for like even an Elimination Chamber qualifying match or anything. It's like, yeah, you had your one shot and now you're like off the card. Is what it feels like Pierce is doing to this man.
To me, I think it's kind of him trying to kick him in the ass as well, because he's like, you got too comfortable in the Judgment Day.
Right.
And then suddenly you just expected people to hold all these spots for you because you're Finn Balor. What have you done?
Yeah. At this point, Punk comes out and he's just trying to beat his ass. And then Finn Balor runs out the ring, stands on top of the table. Pierce is telling everyone to relax, and Punk jacks the mic from Pierce. And Punk's like, "Hey, you don't deserve a title shot. You deserve an ass beating." And Balor's like, "Not without a title shot. It ain't happening." And Punk's like, "Okay, I'm okay with that." And Pierce is like, "No." And Punk's like, "No. I'm the champ. And you can either give him the match or I'm going to spend the rest of the show chasing Balor down to make him eat his fucking teeth."
Which is funny. He's like, I will hold your show hostage.
And Pierce is like, "No, dude, like I don't this is jeopardizing the main event of WrestleMania." And Punk's like, "I don't care."
Yep.
He's like, it could be here tonight in Cleveland. It could be in my hometown at Elimination Chamber. I just want the match. And finally, Pierce is like, fine. The two of you, it's official. Elimination Chamber. Punk versus Balor. And I'm like, thank you. That's all I wanted.
I just hope Punk doesn't get hurt and lose his last opportunity to get the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah. You know what, though? I respect him more for wanting to
poetic.
be... I would respect him more for being the champion that is wrestling more often and him getting injured than him not ever wrestling and just waiting around for moments.
No, I like it as well because he has earned the right to be a part-timer if he wanted to be, and he still shows up pretty much every week.
Yep.
And you can't say that about Reigns, which is why I fucking hope Reigns doesn't go over.
Right. So Cole then finally does ask Punk what he's doing. He's like, why jeopardize one of the greatest main events in the history over that? And Punk's like, I'm not jeopardizing anything. I'm building and chasing greatness. He's like, I've been a fighting champ. These people deserve to see every Monday night. He said, I'm confident enough to know that I'm not going to lose. And he's like, Roman, I'll see you at WrestleMania, and I'm not losing to you either.
Right.
Good segment overall. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, not bad. Finn, I don't like this version of Finn promo-wise, but it was fine. The promo itself was, once he got out of the ring and was talking out there, it didn't seem so rehearsed and what have you, but the stuff he was saying in the ring sounded very one note and rehearsed.
I will say I do like the stuff he said and the way he said it here more than the initial build up for their match for overseas.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with that.
The last time he'd come out, it almost seemed like he didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Whereas at least this time he talked. Backstage, Heyman gets in Pierce's face, and he's like, "It's your fault that Breakker pulled his hernia. You made him so mad that he went home and overworked himself during training."
Yeah, lifting more weight than any human being has any right in being able to lift.
Pierce is like, "Listen, I know that Breakker is the future of this business, and I want him back more than probably anyone else but you guys." He's like, But you know what? You shouldn't even worry about that tonight. Austin Theory has a match. Don't interfere.
Yep, qualifier.
And he's like, "Oh, is that a request or a demand?" He goes, "Oh, it's a threat."
He's like, since we're such good friends.
And then Logan Paul pops in, and he's like, "I'm the biggest star to ever come out of Cleveland." And he's like, "And if I do get and if we do get involved, what are you going to do about it?" And I actually liked this moment from Paul. He has become less irritating as a talker since being with the Judgment Day. Dear God. Listen, too many factions, folks. Since he's been with the Vision, he's been less irritating when he talks. It's not a lot about I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. He just comes in, says something very snide, and then dips. However, we'll get back to all that later tonight. But I still
hate Logan Paul. I still hate Logan Paul. I'm like, which fucking Paul brother is it?
It's okay. I hate Logan Paul too. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like his character work isn't good. He's doing a fine job.
He's doing fine. I still don't want to see him on my television, but he's doing fine.
Match 3, Natty versus Maxine Dupree. And this went exactly how I wanted it to go.
Right?
Natty, so it started off, Maxine tried to rush in for that fucking ankle lock. And I think after about 30 seconds, Natty just started whooping her fucking ass.
Whooping the dog shit out of her.
Took her to the outside of the ring. I don't know if they got double counted out or if Natty got DQ'd.
They did. They got counted out.
But boy, she put the brakes on her. Or busted the brakes off of her, I think is whatever.
She beat the brakes off her.
Whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying.
I know what you're talking about.
But man, like she was tossing her into turnbuckle posts. She was tossing her over the table. And she had that angry look on her face. Like, this is the Natty we've been needing.
This is the Natty people should have been able to get fucking
15 years ago. 10, 15 years ago. Not the lady that sits around backstage shitting on herself.
It's smiling real big for the camera.
Post-match, AJ Lee comes out and chases Natty off. And I agree with what Sean Ross said during his review of this. Why is Natty running from AJ Lee?
Yeah, that's true. I don't necessarily think she was running, but
there was just no reason for it.
Well, there was a point to it. The point was what happened next.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get a tag match probably like next week or the week after.
Becky attacked AJ,
right,
while they were getting Maxine out.
So they were walking. Yeah, they were walking Maxine out. Becky attacks AJ, but like, yeah, we're gonna get a tag match out of this.
Next week.
It's either gonna be
home show.
Yeah, it's either gonna be next week or the week after. But it's again, I don't care for the tag match. I guess is my problem.
Yeah, it's just WWE booking 101.
Yeah. We get an LA Knight vignette, which surprised me after the shit he was saying on social media the last day or two.
Oh yeah, was he popping off?
Oh, he was popping off on some super political shit that usually WWE wouldn't go for.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that.
I was for sure thought LA Knight was about to get fucking buried. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was expecting it.
You mean because WWE is very pro one way?
Yes.
Yeah.
But no. They threw up a little vignette for LA Knight, and I was like, sweet, let's go. Los Americanos, Rio and Bravo versus Javon Evans and original El Grande Americano, who I figured he was going to team with when they announced this earlier in the night.
Agreed, even though I thought it was a completely different match.
But it was a pretty decently wrestled match. At the very end of the match, Javon hit this really dope, almost like I don't know how to explain it. It was like a coast to coast cutter kind of, where not really, because they met in the middle of the ring. But basically, Bravo was jumping off to do like a splash to somebody that wasn't even there. And Javon met him from jumping off of another turnbuckle and hit him with the cutter. And I was like, That might be one of the coolest fucking cutters I've seen, but in one of the most pointless situations I've ever seen.
Pointless situation, and I fucking hated the drone shot.
Yeah. They should not have had the drone shot in there because it actually kind of hurt the look of it.
Yeah, the camera angles they used afterwards was great. It was a spot to set up a camera angle instead of it was dumb.
At which point
the spot was cool, just how it was handled was dumb.
Right. At which point the original El Grande hit his diving headbutt and they win. Post match, current El Grande comes in and tries to demask original El Grande. Original gets out and then tries to do the same back, but El Grande gets away. Listen, I know it's a weird conversation. Just follow along if you can.
We're totally getting a mask versus mask match at WrestleMania.
So here's what I want. I want the Creed brothers to start dressing up like other El Grandes.
Oh, and they can be the other Bravo and whatever.
Yes. And it could be 3v3. And here's what I inevitably want to happen. I want American Alpha to lose. I want Gable out of the mask. I want the Creed brothers not involved with this either. And go ahead and continue to let Kaiser and the other guys stay the characters that they are. Just because...
I would rather everybody get away from this gimmick.
I listen, I would too. But let's also be fair. What the fuck else is Kaiser going to do? Because he's not really entertaining on his own.
He could be an Intercontinental Champion.
That sounds exciting.
He could actually wrestle in the mid-card.
That sounds exciting. Not really.
Better than fucking Dominic.
Listen. True.
True.
But everyone is better than Dominic. No, I won't say everyone. There are some worse. Not many. That's a couple women I could mention. So, anyways,
who could he mean?
Post match, all that stuff happens, and they're going to be setting up a mask versus mask match inevitably. Backstage, Gunther's annoyed that his road to WrestleMania hasn't already been cemented with everyone he's retired recently. And instead, it starts next week during his qualifier. And I was like, yeah, it starts next week during your qualifier. Don't think because you retire an old-ass people makes you special.
Right.
Match 5, Penta versus LA Knight versus Austin Theory for the Elimination
main event.
Chamber qualifying match. Pretty decent match, and actually it was my match of the night.
I agree.
I thought they had a pretty solid outing. Austin Theory looked pretty good. I mean, he usually does when he wrestles. It's not his wrestling that I've ever really had a problem with. It is literally everything else.
He's a wet blanket in regards to character and promo and pretty much everything other than his in-ring work.
LA Knight and Penta were doing well. They actually have a spot where you almost looks like Austin Theory is about to win, but fucking Penta out of fucking nowhere drags his ass out of the ring mid-pin.
It was good camera work.
He slides him out.
Production team.
Penta then gets tossed over an announce table, at which point the Man in Black shows back up, gives a super kick out, and then stomps. Theory tosses him back in the ring. And this all happened shortly after, my bad, the Vision did try to get involved and tried to screw LA Knight.
He got tsunami'd again.
Yeah. So then, like I said, Man in Black came out, did all his things, so then the Vision chased him off. And the whole time... what's his face? That all of a sudden
Pierce.
No, the other guy, Heyman. Heyman stayed out of it. He wasn't directing anybody or nothing. He was just like, "The fuck's going on?" But we all know better. And then LA Knight gets up, does his BFT, gets the pin. He's going on to, which again, I had no doubts.
Me neither.
Like, I figured LA Knight was going to win this. The only other option to win this was probably going to be Penta, but I think so the way I tried to think about it is I think Penta it is I feel like if WWE was smart, they would build this WrestleMania up and have a have Jay lose his match next week so that he's not in the elimination match or elimination chamber, and actually start building up the Usos versus Penta and Ray.
Yeah, the Lucha Brothers.
Phoenix, not Mysterio.
Yeah, the Lucha Brothers.
Right. Because I feel like that's the best option you have for tag title match at WrestleMania.
Oh, 1,000% agree.
I wanted them to do it last year, but it didn't happen because Jey Uso was in the middle of the fucking main event scene. Because
Yeah.
fuck me. But ruined our whole Royal Rumble trip.
Yeah, fuck everybody who had to deal with that. Fuck everybody who's a fan. 4 letters, 1 word. Fuck.
Ugh. But no, I do think the 2v. I do think the Lucha Bros versus the Usos is going to be a banger if they go that route. And I do hope they go that route. I actually thought that's what they were originally going to start building up for, before Dom got injured, because they were finally going to have the Lucha Brothers wrestle together against, I believe it was supposed to be Dom and El Grande in AAA, but then Dom hurt his shoulder, so that never ended up happening. So,
Yeah.
over and above all, I don't think it was a bad show.
I don't either.
I think the only
There was some bad There were some bad parts.
Yeah, there were some bad parts, like, the ladies' match, and then the bad camera work for the other for the tag match.
Yeah, you can certainly tell that they're trying because they're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yep. But yeah, not a bad show. Not a bad show. Let me look to see. Haha, they're still running the Sentai Zero Ranger episodes. So, did we get any comments for any of our previous videos? No, we didn't get any comments. Look, I was going to come in and ask and read people's comments. Nobody commented. I thought for sure that is the W2K26 worth it video I thought it was gonna do well. It only got 16 views.
Yeah, no comments either. Nobody with any big opinions, huh?
Nope. I will say this.
Oh, he's sighing. He's sighing heavily.
I am a little excited to play a wrestling game. But I'm worried I'm not going to enjoy it once I start playing it, is the problem. Because there are some really cool things that it looks like you're able to do in these matches from all the videos and stuff that they've showed. Like, again, watching somebody get dropped through a Hell in a Cell onto stacked tables was pretty cool.
Yes, indeed.
Some of the, like, pushing people around in carts and silly things like that.
Yeah, very know your role or here comes the pain-esque.
Right. Some people aren't happy about that because they like the realism in the WWE games. I don't, which is a part of my problem.
Why? It's a fucking video game. It already isn't realistic.
Right. So, I am interested. Like I said, I will probably buy it. Especially since Dynasty Warriors fucked me. But, I just, again, I'm worried about buying it and then just ended up being disappointed in it.
And I can tell you, he is big disappointed. He's spending money on games that he has no right to be playing.
Listen,
this long after release.
All of you are wrong. Devil May Cry is terrible. It's terrible.
It is totally not.
No, here's the thing. Honestly, the game itself isn't. There are things that I don't like about it for sure that did not age well as things have moved on in gaming.
Sure.
The camera.
I won't disagree with that.
The camera is a top 5 worst camera I've ever dealt with in a video game, period. List. It's a terrible camera. Honestly, it might be number 2.
It's a fixed camera. It's like Resident Evil because it was supposed to be a Resident Evil game.
It pretends to be fixed. But it spins. You just don't get to control it. It just does what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
And there not being like a real just dedicated dodge button. Like you have to like be focused on an enemy and then you have to like double tap X in any direction. And sometimes he doesn't even dive in the direction you ask him to. He just does his own fucking thing. Um
It's a game from 26 years ago, man.
listen, listen. If the phrase for its time applies to a game, then it was never great to begin with.
I disagree.
I do not.
I think limitations in games, it's not their fault.
All the greatest games stand the test of time and are still great to play.
Well, I'm not saying it's like it's not one of the greatest games ever, and I love those games.
I
But
just
even I'm not that
the combo system in the first one so far is absolute trash. I know I have to unlock more moves and stuff like that,
moves and weapons and
but I'm also stuck on a
many more things.
boss that I apparently don't know how to fight, which is fun.
Just please don't play 2. Just go straight to 3.
Oh, if I will play 2.
Then you ain't gonna make it to the other ones.
That's fine. I might not make it to 2. We're not through this one yet.
Fun times.
Anyways, with that being said, we love y'all. We hope to see you guys Wednesday for Dynamite. And
yes, indeed.
We'll talk to y'all then. Later.
Later.